What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today. Without any further ado, I'd like to just jump into this. A couple of you guys have asked, this isn't at the request of anybody, but a few of you have asked me some questions, so I hope this video answers that, more or less. No, I do not own any Jesus Coin. I do plan on buying some. Back here, I was not planning on buying some. Back here, I was not planning on buying some. Back here, I said no, probably never. Even here, I said no. But now basically, like, since this, I've been like, okay, you guys got me. Maybe I'll buy some. Maybe I'll have to buy some. I might have even said it once or twice over here, but I wasn't really, like, serious about it until, like, the last month or so, month and a half. And, maybe it's been longer than that. Maybe it's been shorter than that. I don't know. You can go back and check all throughout the slew of videos that I've made. But what I'm trying to say, you guys, is I have not bought Jesus Coin yet. I do plan on buying it. I do have money set on a Coinbase wallet to buy it. Not on Poloniex, even though that's on TradingView. This is really the only exchange that you can see Jesus Coin versus USD on. And right now, before getting into the TA of it, I just want to say that I do plan on buying some. I have money set aside specifically for that. It's not a lot of money. It's going to be like $260. That's probably what I'm going to put into it. That's more than I originally said I would put into it, by like double, but I'm okay with that. It's just a little bit of side money that I had sitting there, and I'm like, why not? Let's go ahead and just, if this thing goes to zero, you're going to take my 260 with you, or if it goes to the heavens, man, we're going to turn it into $260,000. Let's go. And I'm serious. I am serious about that. For those of you who are just tuning in, who haven't heard about Jesus Coin before, that is a very realistic possibility. I know it sounds crazy. Trust me. But if we go to JESUS here, Jesus Coin, the true Jesus, the real Jesus, he's got glasses on. That's how you know. Market cap is $1.7 million right now. 1.7. A 1,000x would take this thing to a $1 billion market cap. Let's go to the top 100. Okay. How many of these have a $1 billion market cap? Well, basically all of them up until we get to Arbitrum. Arbitrum, right there, right? That's the last one. The top 43 coins have a $1 billion market cap at the end of the bear market, in the beginning of the bull, at a moment of stagnation where things are not exciting at all. What about when things are exciting? This top 43, how they have $1 billion, it's going to be $5 billion, $10 billion even. Like, it's going to be obscenely higher. The top 100 themselves is going to be comprised strictly of billion-dollar assets. As far as market cap valuation goes. Is it possible, and probably bleeding even into the 200s? I don't think we've seen that. I don't know if I forget if in the last cycle everything in the top 100 was worth $1 billion. I don't think it was, but we might see the first cycle where that is the case. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But the main point that I'm trying to get at is, in a time of stagnation where we have 43 coins with a $1 billion valuation or higher, is it possible that this coin could reach a price valuation that matches a market cap of $1 billion? I think it absolutely is possible. And again, I guess it wouldn't be $1 billion, would it? No, because Jesus is worth 1.7 million, so it'd have to be 1.7 billion. But maybe you don't get a 1,000x at $1 billion, but you get like a 600x. That's still incredible. Okay, it's still really good gains. But the main thing that I wanna drive home here is that this coin isn't just 1,000xable, you guys. It's a 10,000 xable coin with that kind of money, with that kind of market cap. With that kind of market cap, you would need a $17 billion market cap to do a 10,000x. Is $17 billion possible? Well, let's just look at the charts, or let's look at the numbers again. Well, the top 6 all have more than double 17, or no, I'm sorry, not more than double. I did my math wrong. That would be 34, right? But substantially more than $17 billion in market cap. Again, at the boring times. How many of these coins will have $17 billion in the exciting times? Probably more than double. But I don't think Jesus Coin is going to achieve that, at least not in this cycle, though I do think that a $1 billion market cap by the end of this cycle is totally possible. And the early adopters, the people who are in it right now, would strive to achieve the most from those kind of gains. The reason why you could see gains like that, the reason why, is because Jesus Coin, again, I'm pointing it out right here, right? Let's type in BTC USD. Look at all these options you have. Of course you have options. It's Bitcoin, right? Let's type in, I'm I don't know. What's a no-name coin, man? Is there no name USD? No, no name. No, I don't know. NOUSD. Let's see. Neo's on a bunch of stuff. I don't know. The main point that I'm trying to drive home is, man, like, look up a bunch of cryptos. Tell me which one. If you type in Jesus USD, tell me how many of them only give you one option after typing in USD. Most of them don't. Most of them don't. So the reason, what I'm trying to get at here, before I got all confusing, was that when exchanges start to desire to list this thing, whether it be Binance, Bitfinex, Bittrex, Binance US, if they become legal again, Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, KuCoin, Crypto.com. There's a bunch of other other crypto exchanges that I can't really think of off the top of my head, or that I'd like to give shout outs to, but there are a bunch of exchanges out there that are more than willing to take the next random shitcoin that nobody's ever heard of with a good name and a good community, potentially. Everybody that I've met in the Jesus community is pretty good. You guys all seem like good shit. You all seem like you're very much about the coin itself, but some people have said that it's a scam. Man, I've been in crypto long enough to know that some scams are scams and some scams are just not. They're, like Dogecoin was a scam and it's not now. XRP was a scam. It's not. It's never. People have all their reasons to call things a scam. Even USDT, even Tether, people call that a scam. But guess what, guys? I think Tether is less of a scam than the actual US dollar itself, man. They at least have been like cooperative with audits, and they've actually gotten audited multiple times and done everything right and never had issues. They've never gone under. They've gotten accused of a bunch of different things, but when it came time to show their shit, they showed their shit, man. They had everything that they said they had, or they had the validation, the proof that they needed. I don't know a whole lot about that. I'm sure I'm not ignorant on the matter. I'm 100% positive that they don't have $83 billion just lying around. I am 100% positive that this is reserved, fractionally reserved, or lent out in other ways. And maybe they use capital, or not capital, but physical assets and stuff like that to back up this capital. But regardless, what I'm detesting here. What I'm trying to say is that I've seen things been called scams before in this space, and I don't let that scare me away. And just because I'm not calling this a scam right now does not mean that it should encourage anybody to throw their life savings into this. I literally started this video by saying I'm going to put $264 into it. That's more than double what I planned on putting in initially, and that's because I'm totally prepared for it to just go all the way to zero. I'm totally prepared for that. It was just money that was sitting there. I'm like, screw it. Let's watch it burn. Or ascend, whatever. Just because I gave these potentials, these possibilities that you could see a 1,000x, a 10,000x, as crazy as that sounds, does not mean that I actually believe it's going to go there. I think it has a chance to. And am I willing to take $264 on a chance that it could turn into $264,000? I'm willing to do that. Would I want to bet $1,000 on the chance that it could turn into $1 million? It sounds nice, but man, I don't want to just burn $1,000. I would rather put $1,000 in something that I'm more certain of, like Bitcoin Cash or Dogecoin or even Blue Zell, Compound, Mana, other coins that I'm more certain of. This coin I'm not so certain of. And 264, it's not that much money, but how many of you would be happy with losing that money? You have $200 in your pocket and it just flies out your pocket, becomes someone else's. Like nobody would be happy with that. So I'm already above what I originally wanted to put in, which was $100, but it feels right. 264, we're going to go for it. And long story short, man, I got real off on a tangent here. The main thing that I want to say is that no, I have not bought any yet. I do plan on buying some still. I'm 100% about it. Even on a day like this where we had a 7% pump so far after following this 19% and then just stagnation, I'm not buying here. I would rather see it go all the way back up to this price range up here between about, what is that, 70243 to 70335. Somewhere here. I would much rather buy here, chasing it, than I would hoping that it doesn't go lower. Because I do think it goes lower. And where I think it's going to go, if you guys missed the last video that I talked about this, from low to high, I think that this, if we look at it, and I'm saying this low here, I'm not including this low, I'm going to show you what I mean. because this is just first day mania. Like, who cares about this? This to me is the actual first all-time low. Now we have our all-time lows, but all-time low, this is definitely the all-time high, at least on this chart. From low to high, you can see you got respect on the 88 or the 1272. You literally held it as support. You got below it, and now you're kind of holding it as resistance, right? It's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Even on a strange looking, this is a very strange looking chart, you guys. Like, just look at how weird these candles are. Very volatile. It looks like it's just moving sideways and boring, but really it's not, right? It's like these little candles here from bottom to top. You had 143% range in the course of 1, 2, 3 days. It's just ridiculous, and that's just up, and then it came back down, and then it went back up, and then down, you know. So even though it seems weird, like, it's just a very volatile thing, and that's because you don't have a lot of volume. You know, one person trades this thing. We did the math literally one day, and it went up like 200% on a total of like less than $10,000 worth of volume or something like that. It was ridiculous. So it doesn't take a lot of money to move this thing, is what I'm trying to get to. That's why you get these weird looking candles. But regardless, we still, human psychology, market psychology still participates the same way, and that means, you know, we break below the 618, we find it as support, we break below it, find it as resistance, confirm it as resistance, as we did here. If you can't see it, I'll zoom it in for you. You closed right at this white line. Yes, you wicked above it, but you closed right at it. You could not break above it. And then you got lower. And then you found the same resistance at the 786. And then you found support at the 886, but then you broke below it. Then you found resistance at this area again, and then you went down to the 1272 where you found support and now are potentially finding resistance at it. This is not a good thing. This does mean that likely we will see Jesus Coin go to the 1618, which just coincidentally happens to be, I said 666, but I'm not numerexic. What's it? Dysnumeraic? I have dyscalculia. That's what it is. Dyscalculia, where I read numbers incorrectly. It's 696, not 666. So it might not be such an unholy number after all, but I do think that it is going to have quite the drop before then, right? And that, you know, all the way down to the 618, the 1618, that's a 50% drop from the current price. So am I going to buy here? Probably not. Probably not. You know, I would much rather, with that anticipation that it could go lower with this overall bearish structure on the fib, I'm not going to buy here. I would rather see a break of trend, which for me would take it getting back above this 886. We can get above that 886, I'm all in. I will take my 264 to the bank. I will put it in this thing. And is it still 1,000 Xable up here? Absolutely. It absolutely is, man. Yes, how much of a growth would that be that I missed out on? That would be a 114% growth from the current price, but guess what? It's still 1,000 Xable, you guys. So I'm okay with that. That's why I'm okay with watching this thing pump above where it found previous support and resistance, pump it back above there, and I would buy up here much more comfortably than I would down here where I do expect it to drop lower. So, and I know that that's insane gains, like in a quick amount of time that could happen, but so what, man? It's pumped up there and then giving it back. Like, I want to see confirmation. I don't want to just guess with this thing. If I'm going to mess with it at all, I want to try to nail it, man. And that might be a poor choice of terms, choice of words for the name of this coin, but I do want to get in at the right time. So anyways, I feel like I've gone on long enough. I do think Jesus Coin is going to go lower if that is not clear. And I do plan on buying some. I have money set aside ready to buy it on the right exchange and everything. I'm just not there yet. So whenever it does drop lower, count on me buying, probably below these lows here. I might not even wait for the actual 1618. I might just wait for the next drop below these lows to get in and just say that I'm in. But we'll just see how it goes, guys. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. Thank you all so much for just participating in this community and continuing to talk with me and let me know what you guys know or what you think, you know, and just checking in. It's awesome. You guys are great. So take care, everybody. Bye-bye.